All right, say you're 21 years old, you're 7 months pregnant by your high school sweetheart that you've been together with since you were in 10th grade. He's 2 years older than you. So you're 21 and 23 years old. Within like 3 months of your pregnancy, he just says he doesn't want the baby. When this baby was planned, you wake up in the middle of the night to go pee. You see his phone sitting on the nightstand next to you. So what do? You grab it. You grab his phone thinking like, okay, I'm going to hurry up, go through it, put it back. Then you come up on a group chat that says Bang Bros until you go back 5 months prior.
Hi, and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about this woman who says, POV, you find out your child's father has HIV when you're 7 months pregnant. And this went viral on TikTok. I did get this from a YouTuber, YC Wake 'em Up. I do not know him personally. I'm just giving credit where I found the video. If you want to check that video out where I found the video, I'm going to go ahead and play the video and let you know my thoughts. There's a lot of degradation that's going on in this world, and it's obvious and apparent that there are things that aren't being done and the world is not following a certain instructions, or else these type of things would not happen as often and as widely as they do. And it also puts things into perspective of how people can be really judgmental about a situation but not know exactly how it happened. Like somebody might say, why would you have a baby and you have this detrimental disease? Well, it's crazy if you'd find out months later into the pregnancy. But let's watch the video and see what they talking about.
All right, say you're 21 years old, you're 7 months pregnant by your high school sweetheart that you've been together with since you were in 10th grade. He's 2 years older than you. So you're 21 and 23 years old. Within like 3 months of your pregnancy, he just says he doesn't want the baby. When this baby was planned, y'all agreed to have this baby, y'all made this baby, y'all lived together, everything. So you're telling him like, no, I'm already 3 months. I didn't heard the baby heartbeat, this, that, and the third. I'm attached to my baby. I'm keeping my baby. So he's like, okay, you're keeping your baby. I will leave. He left you the apartment, right? Fast forward 4 months. Now you're 7 months pregnant. Your baby daddy randomly just shows up at the apartment. You get home from work one day and he in the kitchen making some food. You're not thinking nothing of it, but you ask him like, where you been, blah blah blah. You really don't even care where he been because it's just like you happy to finally see your baby father and your first love. So the day goes on, y'all all fine and dandy, everything's smooth. You cook dinner, y'all watch TV together, y'all end up falling asleep. You wake up in the middle of the night to go pee. You see his phone sitting on the nightstand next to you. So what do? You grab it. You grab his phone thinking like, okay, I'm gonna hurry up, go through it, put it back. So you change your case on his. So you put your case on his phone and put his case on your phone and plug it back in, so he would think that his phone is still right there if he was to wake up. You go into the bathroom, and you pee and you lock the door. You turn on the water, and you start going through his phone. You put him to go to his birthday and you start going through the phone. So you're going through the phone, you see messages from girls, you're not really worried about it. Like you don't like it's not really nothing too serious. Like they just talk and chat and you get what I'm saying? It's nothing that's like sexual in nature. So you start screenshotting all the messages, sending them to yourself and then deleting the messages. Then you come up on a group chat that says Bang Bros until you go back 5 months prior. You start seeing my shit came back positive. So you like, what came back positive? Everybody else, mine's not positive, mine's not positive. Two of the other boys in there say mine is positive. So you read up a little more, you find out that your baby daddy and his four homeboys that you've been knowing since you were in 10th grade has been sleeping amongst each other and they have HIV. And that is the reason why your baby daddy does not want your baby anymore. So you start throwing up all over the bathroom, screaming, crying. The baby daddy busts in the bathroom, says, what's going on? What's the problem? What's wrong? Are you okay? He looks and he sees his phone in your hand and he breaks your fucking jaw. So you pass out and you wake up a few hours later or a little bit later. Your baby daddy is nowhere to be found and your house is completely trashed. All your baby stuff is cut up. Everything is trashed. It's bad. And now you're almost 8 months pregnant, worried about if you have HIV, worried about if your baby has HIV, and you really have nobody to go to because this man that moved you away from your family messed up all the ties you have with your family. That's the case of my old classmate Armani. She wanted me to get on here and shed some light on her story and some awareness. If you are a male who is in that type of stuff, you need to let it be known. You don't just be out here sleeping with anybody and then turn around and go sleep with your girlfriend. You don't. I really don't like down low men, and I wouldn't say I don't like gay men because I love them. I do not like down low men, and I honestly don't like gay men who mess with down low men, because it's like, you get what I'm saying. But everybody send prayers out to Armani, and I'll probably try to get you guys an update in a few months or a few weeks or whatever. All right. So
When did this happen? This was 5/26. Was there an update? Yeah, Bang Bros is wild. This person said, I was not ready. Yo, that's intense. That means they was just with it. They ain't care. Like they knew what it was and they did that. Um this one says the phone case thing is smart. I was thinking that too. Like that's different. I didn't know she was thinking on that type of level when it comes to that. That's interesting. But instead of doing all of that, you could just wait till marriage. That really does put things into perspective. People would say whatever they want to say. Yes, that doesn't guarantee that type of thing can't happen to you. But if you marry a man of the most high who's in the real truth, there's certain understanding and foundation that your marriage is going to have. This comment says that is so unfair to her. This comment says he breaks her jaw. What? Yeah, after the initial situation, when she discovered it, I was in the store. I was like immediately afraid for her because that's a man. He's hiding that, and that's a very big thing that could like ruin his reputation and stuff like that. So I'm happy that he destroyed the place and not just unalived her. Did she get her results? Let me see the replies. Oh, she didn't have it. Okay, girl. I don't care what nobody say. That's the Lord. That's the Most High, and all praises to Him. He gave you an opportunity. Okay, that's what's up. So we got to update on that. Can you imagine? You just like there were so many things that she did wrong for sure. Like he up and left and stuff like that, and then for him to just show back up and be in the kitchen, like how does he still have the house key? Like, you know what I'm saying? There's definitely a lot of like red flags with that, but I'm just grateful that she's good. The baby's good. Oh, that is so satisfying. Because, if you're gonna do all of that, I can only, and this is coming from a righteously judging place, you know what I'm saying? There have been so many things, okay, that has went through my own head. All right, sin that I have done. So it's not like I'm about to sit here and say, oh, cast stones at nobody. When I talk about this, it sounds like bashing, but it is not something that we're supposed to be doing there. That's why this lethal disease came from it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a lot of kind of obvious signs of maybe we shouldn't be doing that. Not only maybe we shouldn't be doing that, but it's in the Bible. You already know. But y'all can't, like, it's just crazy to do those things and not think about the other person. Like, and not even that, just that goes for anybody. To you, a man that cheat on their girl with other women, all type of stuff. Women can have HIV too. Like it's real, as you can see, this is how things like this can happen as well. So it's really sad, but I'm happy that she's clean and to learn from it. Okay, I'm gonna always show this Bible verse. Okay, it's First Corinthians 7:8 and 9, KJV. I say therefore to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them if they abide even as I, but if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than burn. Okay, that'll keep things in order. That'll make, like, who doesn't want somebody who's coming home to you who's loyal? Look how y'all be wanting that. Look how she was just happy. She didn't even care where he been, what he been doing. She was just happy that he was there. That feeling of having somebody to come home to, or having somebody who's loyal to just you, who loves you, that's because we are supposed to be in family units in this matrix, on this thing, and people are just aren't doing it. Okay, and that's bringing about hurt feelings. I just did a video on Stanika Thompson or something, like she just got life in prison for going and traveling across the country to go unalive the other woman, essentially. Now, of course, this is allegedly. I don't know what happened in the whole situation, why you would let somebody into your home and why what conversation had went on, but don't underestimate someone who's jealous. Like, and that all comes from situations. These are the situations that pester from it, from not being married, from not having a solid foundation, which is the most high, the strongest foundation you could ever have, stronger than a rock. Like, it's I there's it just it's gonna not end bad. It's gonna end badly every single time. All right. And women not learning that their virtue is very valuable and not to be, oh, let's just go make a baby. No, that's a very serious decision. Okay. But with all that being said, I do have a book out, Melanated and Expecting. If you are expecting and you're pregnant and you want to go through and you're trying to do better for your new generations, there were so many things that God has showed me, that the Most High has shown me, that I didn't listen to because I was in fear or because I was in doubt. And unfortunately, there are just some consequences that I'm dealing with today that I wouldn't have to be if I had followed these certain decisions. Things that you can't really talk about on the internet, but but the Most High has truly blessed us and protected us, because it could have been worse. But if you want to learn from somebody who already went through it, through my testimony, different things like birth certificate, epidural, and things like, I would never walk into a hospital to give birth if I ever do give birth again. And just to help the newer generation, because there's no feeling, because it's really it's really a toxic feeling to know that the decisions that you made have affected another human being, let alone the human being that the Most High gave to you to protect. Okay, because this system is just targeting us, y'all, so we got to break free from that. But if you want to show your support and get edified, the link is in the description or the pin comment. But more importantly, seek the Most High. Okay, we have this opportunity through His Son Christ sacrifice His life for us to be able to be with Him. Okay, to be able to reunite with our Father, to be on the new earth, the new heaven, forever and ever. Okay, and whether you believe it or not, the time will come and we will see. And I just hope that by that time, that you've realized and seeked and try your best in this thing, because nobody's perfect. His commandments very much do matter. John 14:15. If you look at it, if you're in a relationship with somebody, don't you have your own set of commandments for the relationship, for it to go by? There's no leniency with that. Oh, don't cheat on me. Oh, well, you could kind of cheat on me, but you have people celebrating Christmas and all these other holidays that did literally have nothing to do with the Most High. There is even a Bible verse that goes over, hey, you shouldn't, that goes over the customs of the people and how they put up the Christmas tree and deck it with silver and gold, that it move not. Like, and don't worry about these people, because they cannot they cannot do any evil, nor can they do good. Like, that verse, like, we're supposed to be celebrating the holy days. Okay, like the Feast of Dedication is something that I've learned about, that we just celebrated this winter so far, and it's just really enlightening to finally be over the whole Thanksgiving thing. That's not a thing, y'all. Like, literally, our people were raped and pillaged. Okay, and that's what they're celebrating, and that's why there's so many devious things that be happening around these quote unquote holidays. All right, but with that being said, stay sober minded on these spiritual streets. Peace.